Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's too loud outside, huh? For today's video, this looks disgusting. I'm going to be doing I literally mentioned this, I think in my last video or something. Oh, can't show my ears, I don't have earrings in the last hole. So, in my last video, I wanted to do using all the wrong shades of makeup. Obviously, it's not going to be a good outcome, and I'm not expecting it to be. But the reason I want to do this video, so let me explain myself. I have a big issue. Usually I go to the store and I am just horrible at picking out my shades to begin with, but I like to eyeball it, put it next to my face, and like, yeah, that's the shade. 95% of the time I'm completely wrong and it's not my shade whatsoever, and I always end up buying the product. And then I try it out, it's not the shade, and I'm like, oh, okay. And I don't return it because I'm annoying and I just hate returning things. So I keep it and let it sit in my drawer. And first of all, I never try out their product, and I'm never gonna use it because it doesn't match me. So what I thought I would do was put the products to use for this video, for the sole purpose of this video, and just use all the wrong shades. Just because I want to still try out these products, but I just can't because they're not my shade. And maybe it'll influence me to get my shade. Even if it's not the right shade, I'm still gonna be able to know if I like it because I don't know. Some products, obviously, like eyeshadow, there's just some things that I'm not going to be able to have the wrong shade for, like eyeshadow, eyelashes, and stuff like that. So, let's get this video started. First thing we're gonna do is this product here. This is from the brand Folklore. This is a brow product. So, I got the shade. Obviously, like for this brand, this is an online brand, I think. They sent me their products to test it out, but I didn't end up filming a video for it because the brows were not my shade. I was like, there's no way I can do a full face of this makeup with the eyebrows not being the right shade. So I chose the color dark brown number 3. Fair warning, for dark brown, do not get this shade. My Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade is, I can't remember what color it is. It's like chocolate or dark brown. Excuse me. So I just kind of went off based off that, and I was like, can't go wrong with dark brown. This is what it looks like. Little pomade. This thing has like no product though. That's the only thing I will say. So, I don't know if you guys can see from here. It doesn't look too bad. Like, it's like, maybe. It might work. But at this lighting right here, I think you can more tell, it has a red tone to it. I don't know why. Couldn't tell you. So, we're gonna test it out. So, what I use the pomade for is to just outline the actual brows. It has like such a dark red tint to it, and what made it worse that I got this pomade was that at that time I used to fill in my whole eyebrows with just pomade, so I literally just looked like I had red eyebrows. You guys see that? I don't know if you can tell, but it's literally red. I don't think I would actually repurchase this as an eyebrow color. I mean, not the color. I don't think I would use this pomade. I don't know how much it was, to be honest with you. I don't think it was expensive because that brand is not expensive. But I would just get the LA Girl pomade. That one is so good. So good. I'm going to be using that one once I run out of this Anastasia one. that I use. So at this point I would go ahead and go in with a pencil, but I don't have any pencils that are this shade or just not my shade, because I'm pretty good at picking out pencils. But I do want to like talk about the pomade really quick. It's just not my favorite. I wouldn't purchase it. Not even because of color. Like, this video, I'm literally going to be like, not even mind the color. Like, try and actually like see if I like the product. I just am not a fan of this product. There's so many other things that are more creamy and that can do a better job. The next, obviously it's still gonna look crazy because this is the NYX brow pencil in Espresso. Obviously it's not red or purple or whatever color you're seeing. I'm seeing red. So this is literally just going to look crazy. This pencil is pretty good, but I do like it. It is cheap, and you can't go wrong with things that work well and are cheap. But I do have to say my Anastasia pencil is more creamy. I feel like sometimes if you rub too much in one spot, it doesn't like fill in that spot, if that makes sense. Alright, so now we are going to conceal underneath the brows. So I found either the most like lightest concealers that I have or the most dark. So I'm not sure. The foundation that I am going to go in with is way too dark, but I really want to see how it lasts and stuff, and if I will end up liking it. So I don't know if it would be better if I go super light under the eye or super dark, but I feel like these concealers aren't too dark, so I think I am just going to go in. I'm not sure which one's lighter. I definitely feel like this one is too light, so I actually really can't tell. So I'm really just not that excited about this. Not too light, but I definitely feel like it is going to be crazy with the foundation. But I feel like it's not looking too bad. So for the powder, you guys know I got a comment that I thought was really funny. Someone was like, is it really, I forgot what it said. It was like, is it really Audrey's video if she doesn't mention the Femme powder? I was like, true. Anyways, I thought to throw things off a bit, we would use a darker powder instead of a lighter one, because that just make things look good. So I definitely have two dark of powders. So I have 20 light medium, and to give perspective, I use number 15. So I have 20, 25. So I think I'm gonna go in with 25. I believe that's the darkest I have. Let me check. Yeah, so I believe 25 is the darkest shade that I have, and it is pretty dark compared to the one I use. So let me show you guys the comparison. It doesn't look that crazy on camera, but I promise you that this, you'll see it on my eyes. It's really crazy. Alright guys, so for the tops of my eyebrows, we are going to be using the Juvia's Place I Am Magic Velvety Matte Foundation. I eyeballed the heck out of this foundation. I don't know why I chose the shade that I chose. Like, it just doesn't match me. That's crazy. It's made in Italy. Or is that not surprising? I don't know. Surprising to me. I forgot to mention, so if you guys are still watching, I just put out some glosses. I literally have a very limited amount of those glosses. The formula is going to change up just because it's not my favorite formula. I mean, I don't think they're bad, or else I wouldn't have put them out. I just, now that I made this batch, now that I made this batch, I kind of know what I'm doing more, if that makes sense. But I did want to still put them out there. I put that disclaimer on my Instagram, and that's the only place that I showed where they are, like where they're available and stuff. But just know that the formula is changing if you guys did buy them, because they are going pretty fast. And I don't even know if they'll still be available after this time of this video. I'm really not sure. But if they are, you guys should try it out, because the shades are probably going to stay the same, just the formula is going to be tweaked. I feel like the formula is a little bit thick, and I do want to make it thinner. So yeah, just thought I'd mention that. Link is always in the bio, and also I am having a Valentine's Day sale, which I'm having 50% off of my lashes. So go ahead and check that out too. Alright, anyways, back to this. Sorry for the little advertisement. The shade that I purchased is Ibiza number 530. Picking the shade was literally, I remember standing there for so long. Look at that. I remember standing there for so long, like thinking like, is this my shade? And in the Ulta lighting, I was like, yeah, that's my shade. It's not my shade. You all will see. I'm gonna use the Baby Skin primer. Sorry, I didn't do that before. There's, oh my god, this thing comes out with so much. Oh shit. Obviously there's no really wrong shade for primer. I don't think. A lot of the times they're meant for everyone, I think, right? I don't know. Oh my god, my nose is kind of bad. So now we're gonna apply this foundation all over my face. I thought this foundation was a lot darker than it is. It's just a very yellowy undertone. Yes.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
I know, I forgot, and I had my phone on silent. What happened?
Nothing, we just wanted to see Nora.
Oh.
Alright, so I just had to say a little story. Okay, I know you guys want to know the story. Basically, I have Lauren's car because I dropped her off at work because I can really tell that this is not my shade. I wonder if my sister noticed. Look at my eyebrows. Basically I have her car and I parked in the front of my house. It's not directly in the front of my house, but it's the like other side of my house, if that makes sense. The opposite side of the street. And there's this little parking spot. If it's 2 cars, but 2 small cars. And first of all, Lauren's car has a long tail on it, for one. So I didn't move all the way up to like, because it has red lines to where you can't park, because there's an entrance to a dentist's office. So obviously you can't block the dentist's office, if that makes sense. So the parking spot is like this big. I'm here because Lauren's car is kind of long, and there was like this much space. Actually, that's a lot. This is a parking spot. This is Lauren's car. There's like this much space. So I had to go to the post office to go. I had just parked and no one was behind me, like no one was parked there. So I parked there. I'm not even letting this down my neck because it doesn't match me anyways. I'm not going anywhere. So at this point, I go upstairs and I am fulfilling an order. And I had to make it to the post office before 5:45 because that's when they take the Dropbox stuff or whatever. And so I was rushing because it was 5:10 or something. And I got the package ready. And I'm using the same concealer. And I come downstairs with my package. And this guy with a long truck. Mind you, I already said Lauren's car is already long to begin with. So maybe a little tiny car could have fit, but not the truck. Literally full on in the red. I was so mad because he parked. I am not being dramatic. I'm a dramatic person, but I'm not being dramatic with this. Literally this much away from the car. I thought he was touching it. I thought he was touching the car because that's how close he was. So I was mad, especially for when it's not my car. And so if he were to hit it, like, my camera's dying. I hope it's enough to tell this story. And so I go outside and I was like, excuse me, can you move your car, please? You're literally almost touching the car. Like, he's talking out there having a good old time with his friends. So I was like, can you please move your car? Like, your car is literally almost touching this car, and I can move it up a little bit for you because there was a little bit more space for me to move up. And I was like, can you move it back, because if I let go of the brake, the car is gonna bump into you. Like, you're so close. Like, that's how close he was. So he backed up, and I moved up for him because I shouldn't have moved up for him. I should have told him to move his car. But you know what? I'm nice. And I moved it up for him so he can fit in that spot. Mind you, he still didn't fit in that spot. Because he doesn't fit, because they're both long cars. He was so much in the red. I was like, and he was just gonna leave it like that. He was still in the red even after I moved up. So he should have moved his car. Anyways, so I go inside and they're being smart about it. They're like, thank you, sorry, like saying in a different tone too. So they're being smart about it. And I just slammed all the doors behind me. Usually I would say something, but I don't really care. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this powder on. It's gonna be the same dark one. I feel like it's gonna even everything out, which, whatever. And then we're gonna go ahead and move on to bronzer after that. I'm gonna look so muddy and so bad right now, so make sure to keep watching. Alright, so I have a couple why can I not talk? I have a couple bronzers that are not my shade. So first of all, this one is too light, but I feel like it's just not even gonna show up. But we'll use a bit. Let's test it out with this. Okay. This is the e.l.f. bronzer in Forever Sunkissed. And then the next shade we're gonna go in with is this Wet n Wild Color Icon bronzer in What's Shady Beaches. That's a shade. This one's a little bit scary. Alright, we're gonna do this bronzer. This is the Butter Bronzer in Deep Bronze. This one is way too dark for me on a normal day. That's a little bit better. This is a NYX Ombre blush. I don't know why I bought this. Couldn't tell you. I haven't used this though because I'm terrified. It's in the shade Soft Flush. It's scary looking. So we're gonna try it out. scared. It doesn't even look bad. Why is this going so good? All these products that I've been terrified are like nothing. Oh my gosh, the last step is putting on lashes and I feel like I look fine. This foundation though is a little bit too full coverage for me. Like I feel like they look caked on. Also, did I not set my face right? Because I feel like my forehead still looks wet. So let me put some lashes on and then I'll get back to, actually you guys can kind of see the difference. So my makeup is done. It doesn't look as horrible as I had anticipated. This lash is still not dry, so don't mind it. Also, my lips are kind of crazy because I tried to do them fast. Anyways, so I hope you guys somewhat enjoyed this video. I know it kind of turned out good. I don't know why. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys have any more recommendations on videos that you guys want to see, go ahead and leave them in the description. Wait, pause. I want to talk about my eyelashes. These are a new style of lashes that I might put out. Let me know your guys' thoughts, opinions on them, and I just might add them to the lashes that I do have. So hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys in my next one.